Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of our vlog, in which you may or may not notice that there's a different person doing the introduction. That would be because Matthias is not around right now, so I'm kinda here by myself with Heidi doing the recording. But yeah, this week's episode is probably going to be shorter than usual. Now watch me talk for half an hour, but I'll try to keep it short. Basically, a couple of things happened. First of all, we got a new programmer, Kimmo, who may or may not appear later on. And Heidi and Kimmo have been hard at work planning our UI, which is really awesome that now we actually have a flowchart and we're actually deciding how it's going to go, because that was one of the big things we were missing previously. So that's one thing. Then another thing I've been doing, made a pretty big design decision in regards to weapon systems, where previously we had like 4 weapon systems. You had like basic weapon, you had missiles, rockets and beams, and every time we introduced the game to somebody, we would have to specifically explain how the hell it really worked, because it didn't make very much sense. So now we're actually down to 2 systems. You have your basic weapon and your primary weapon and your secondary weapon. And the difference is pretty clear. You start the level with the primary weapon, and it gets more powerful with power-ups, and then the secondary weapon you need to pick up at least 1 power-up of that type to unlock it. And you get to pick those and upgrade those. So instead of 4 ones, you have 2. Personally, being the min-maxer I am, it's a little bit annoying that you don't have so much to choose, but in reality it's probably much better for gameplay, because with 4 different weapon systems it was a balanced nightmare. And you start with 1 and then suddenly you have 4, and like how does the damage scale and how do the enemies scale and stuff. It's much better that there's 2 that, and now we can also make them actually specific weapons be very powerful by themselves, which is also cool. And then, as you can see, I've also been scribbling a little bit, because another thing I've been working on is shields and how to figure out whether certain enemies get hit. Because we have, for example, the phalanx guys. If you've seen any gameplay, you've probably seen these guys. They are the ones that open up and shoot the beam. For example, basically what I'm trying to figure out is if an explosion that deals area effect damage, whether you should hit them or not. And I want to do it in a way where I don't have to do any expensive calculations. And as you can see, I'm hard at work, and I kind of have an idea now. Now, this might not make much sense to most of the people listening, but if there's some programming-oriented people, basically what I ended up figuring out is that all enemies have a cone, an angle in which they can be damaged, and basically I'm just checking if the explosion center point is within that angle or not, and going from there. It's very technical, but we're doing stuff. That's the bottom line, really. And that's pretty much what we've been doing so far. And in the near future, like Sabi 3D Wizard is hard at work making player models. Probably within a month we'll have the next chapter reveal trailer coming your way. We are trying to get a press build out, like mentioned I think last week. That's hopefully going to roll around, and that's basically it. Like, there isn't really that much to say, and it's really hard to do this alone. But hey, so see you guys next week.